Yes, my dear students. Now let's understand the differences between the substitutes and complementary goods. The question is bring out the differences between substitutes and complementary goods. There are various types of goods like the substitutes, complementary goods, normal goods, inferior goods. We should understand the differences between substitutes and complementary goods. Substitutes are those goods which can be used in place of other good. A substitute is that good which can be used in place of another good. For example, instead of apple, you can use orange. You can, instead of pen, pencil can be used. So, car, cycle motor, dosa, idli. These are the substitutes. So, you can understand that substitutes are the goods which can be used in place of other goods. Let us see what happens for the demand when the price of one good, one substitute changes. When the price of substitute raises, the demand for the substitute increases. Please understand, when the price of one good raises, the demand for the substitute also rises. So I'll give you one example. There are two substitutes. One is coffee, another one is tea. Coffee costs rupees 10 and tea also rupees 10. Suppose if the price of coffee rises to 15 rupees and the price of tea remains same, that is 10, and tea becomes cheaper and coffee becomes costlier. So the demand for tea increases. Right? And the demand for coffee decreases. So this is the relationship between price of one good and demand for another. So the price of one good and the demand for another good, they move in same direction. When the price rises and the demand for the substitute also rises. That is what I have given the example. Coming to the complementary goods. Complementary goods are those goods which can be used simultaneously. Two or more goods which are used to satisfy a human want. And those goods are complementary goods. For example, idli sambar, shoes and socks, bike and petrol, mobile set and SIM card. So these are the goods which are to be simultaneously used to satisfy human want. And let's see the effect of changes in price of these complementary goods on demand. When the price of one complementary good rises, the demand for the other complementary good falls. So when price rises, the demand for other good falls. When the price falls, demand for complementary goods rises. So I will give an example. Suppose the price of petrol falls, the demand for car rises. And if the price of petrol rises, the demand for car falls. That does mean when the price of petrol is decreased, the consumer will demand for the complementary good, that is car. So these are the differences between substitutes and complementary goods. Now, two more questions may be asked as if, what are the substitutes? Give some examples. What are the complementary goods? Give examples. And if you combine these two answers, you will get the answer for 4 marks question. That is, substitute, you have to define substitutes, give examples, and you have to define complementary goods, give examples, and see the changes in demand due to the changes in price. That's about substitutes and complementary goods.